You might think you know Green Arrow, but here are 12 facts you may not know about everyone's favorite Emerald Archer. Green Arrow first appeared in 1941's More Fun Comics number 73, in a story by artist George Papp and legendary editor Mort Weisinger. This issue is notable for also containing the first appearance of Aquaman. While the obvious source of inspiration for Green Arrow would be the legendary archer Robin Hood, another major influence on the character was the 1940 movie serial The Green Archer, based on a 1923 novel of the same name. The serial featured a masked mystery man in a green leotard who fights jewel thieves with his bow and arrow. The original Green Arrow is Oliver Queen, a spoiled billionaire who was left for dead on a remote island when he was betrayed by a treacherous assistant. In order to survive on the island, Ollie trained himself in the art of the bow and arrow. Once he returned to civilization, he used his wealth and newfound skills to fight corruption. The early days of Green Arrow are notable for being pretty similar to Batman. Oliver Queen is a billionaire playboy who teams up with his teenage sidekick Speedy to fight crime, using such equipment as the Arrow Car, the Arrow Plane, and the Arrow Cave. He even had a clown-themed villain named Bullseye. Green Arrow's most notable gadgets, of course, were his trick arrows. The special arrows he would use to fight crime in a non-lethal fashion include handcuff arrows, smoke arrows, time bomb arrows, bola arrows, and most famously, boxing glove arrows. In the late 1960s, Ollie received a redesigned costume from legendary artist Neal Adams. This look inspired writer Danny O'Neil to write the Archer as a radical left-wing crusader for social change and advocate for the underprivileged, giving him a distinct personality for perhaps the first time. Shortly after the new version of Green Arrow was introduced, he was teamed up with DC's other main green hero, Green Lantern. The two characters' contrasting personalities, super radical iconoclast versus establishment space cop, were at the center of stories that examined social issues like race and addiction in a way superheroes never had before. Green Arrow would not receive his own solo title until over 40 years after his first appearance, and didn't get his own ongoing series for a few years after that. Following a mini-series called The Longbow Hunters, writer-artist Mike Grell took a more mature and realistic look at Green Arrow, removing most of his superhero trappings. In the 100th issue of his ongoing series, Ollie sacrifices his life to prevent a bomb from detonating and destroying Metropolis. He is replaced for several years by his previously unknown son, Connor Hawke, who becomes the new Green Arrow. However, Ollie doesn't stay dead for long. In a story written by movie director Kevin Smith, Ollie is resurrected by Green Lantern Hal Jordan, who was a powerful entity known as the Spectre at the time. But he is brought back without a soul, and with his memories of his more violent actions from the Longbow's era wiped. In 2007, Ollie finally got to marry his longtime love, Black Canary, whom he'd been dating off and on since 1965. The bad news is, she murders him on their wedding night. Don't worry though, it was just an imposter. In 2011, Green Arrow, along with the rest of the DC universe, had his continuity rebooted, ostensibly to be more accessible to new readers. This meant making Green Arrow more like the TV show, adding characters like John Diggle and Felicity Smoke. That's it for this episode of You Think You Know Comics. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Comics Alliance for more comic facts, and check out comicsalliance.com for more comic awesomeness.